Hey, how you guys going? My name is Heartbeat. Welcome back into this week's video, and today we're here another fantastic episode of the Arctic Shack for you beautiful people. So, in this week's topic, we're going to have a talk about the good old days about the furry fandom. The furry fandom as a whole, is continuously changing, from fursuit to art pieces including YouTube. One thing that seems to annoy me the most is when people mention that they missed the 2015/2016 YouTube when furry YouTube was gaining popularity, and how a large sum of furries are saying, oh, now every furry is trying to be a furry YouTuber now. Well, yeah. Of course this fandom is getting bigger and bigger, and as more and more people start doing YouTube, the style of YouTube would change to their liking. Some would do the same formula that the past furry YouTubers have done, like Q&As and fan mail. Some would like to bend the mold and expand the horizons to different things. And trying new things is certainly not a bad thing. And some first seem to believe that it's not exactly a wrong thing, but they just miss seeing the style of content and, well, not the new one. And let's face it, a large sum of YouTubers have become very popular and have continued to grow till this day. And it's because of this, people who want to bend the mold seems to stand out a lot like a sore thumb. Sometimes it pulls off, sometimes you don't get the recognition that you deserve. YouTube is a funny place. Sometimes it works, sometimes it won't. Or it will work, but it will take some patience. Another thing I want to point out is the whole missing the era of furry YouTube. Now, I know I mentioned this before and how much I don't really enjoy watching this style of videos, but to say that you miss someone in a fursuit sitting in front of a camera reading questions seem a little bit off to you? Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm going crazy, I don't know. But to do it week by week seems a little bit over the top. To interact with your audience is fine, but to do it for every single video seems a bit much. And for some of the furry YouTubers have stopped or limited this phase from 2015-16, have done it either to try something different, the audience has died off from it, or they simply don't find it entertaining for themselves. And for people complaining to you to go back to do something that you don't feel happy doing is always a bad feeling, because it feels like you're letting them down, and it makes you feel like you're the barking seal and you're forced to do this to keep your audience happy and not yourself. Another point that people like to point out is how the furry fandom was so clean and innocent, and how nobody was bullying anyone and barely any drama. Again, I frame back to my point of evolution. I don't encourage this sort of behaviour whatsoever, by the way. I don't encourage bullying or anyone to be doxxed whatsoever. It's a horrible thing, and I don't intend anybody to go through that. But as I said, there are more and more people joining this fandom by the day, and sometimes those people will and can start fires that shouldn't have been lit. It's the fandom. Of course there's going to be some bad eggs that find enjoyment out of doxing people or bullying furries off the platform. It's the same with the real life stuff. It'll always be there. And can we do much? A little bit, but not much. Block and report or tell someone. Either that, I'm not too sure. But to sum it all up and to break it to you all, no. The furry fandom will never go back to those good old days. Drama free or doxing free. We will forever evolve as a fandom, and will continue to see noticeable changes in the style of YouTube. It may change again in the next few years, who knows, but it's up to us to make the change. We have the fandom in our paws, and we have the power to make good of it. Of course there's going to be some potholes along the way, but that's the same with normal life. Now, do I personally miss these types of videos? I mean, a little bit. I wouldn't really say I absolutely hate these videos or whatnot, because these types of videos is what actually, well, kind of got me into the fandom in the first place. But if you want to go back to those good old days and get questions from your fans and open boxes, by all means. But just accept the fact that there are some people that will not be joining you and prefer to be different. And that's okay to be different. You want to change something in this fandom that you and a large number of furries don't like? Find a way. There's always a way. May not seem like it, but trust me, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And don't just point out problems and do nothing about it. That's like me walking down the street and seeing a house on fire, and then me just yelling, fire, 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 and me pointing at the house that's on fire. Well, there's a garden hose sitting right next to me. If there's a problem and you want to change, do something about it. Don't just say it and stand back and do nothing. Because the furry fandom will keep changing for the good. And it's up to us to change it for the good. Now, I know this video was a bit of a tangent, you know, a bit of a rant and whatnot, but personally, my personal opinion is the truth. We'll never get the old furry fandom back, and that's really as good as we could get, really. Anyways, that wraps up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next video. See you later, mate.